Top TV, Truth of the People.
A very good evening to you and welcome to Capital Desk Live on Top TV. My name is Abel Nikanero Maseite. First things first, to take a look at NSE performance today. Alright, you can engage us on our social media platforms at Top TV Kenya, and you can also tag me at Abel Masete, and I will be sampling your views and comments as the show goes on. To start us off, is the number of formal jobs in Kenya last year contracted for the first time in 2 decades, reflecting the struggles of the economy that also shrunk for the first time since 1992 on the back of coronavirus-induced shutdowns and restrictions. The annual economic data released by the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, KNBS, on Thursday showed the economy shed 187,300 formal jobs in the year ended June 2020, marking the first time since 2001 when some 18,300 salaried workers were struck off payrolls. The loss of formal jobs was more pronounced in the private sector, which laid off some 206,700 workers in a period businesses faced a tough operating environment, including reduced operating hours as a result of nighttime curfew and travel restrictions to contain the death-threatening pandemic. The number of wage employees in the private sector dropped below 1.86 million in June 2020 from more than 2.06 million a year earlier, according to the provisional statistics on the back-sustained sheddings of jobs in the formal employment segment by companies after the first case of COVID-19 in the country was confirmed mid-March 2020, which of course was last year. Moving on to matters in relation to tourism is that earnings from the tourism sector dropped by 71 billion shillings last year as the suspension of international and domestic flights to curb the spread of the coronavirus locked out holiday makers from visiting Kenya. Data from the Economic Survey 2021 shows that Kenya earned 91.7 billion shillings last year from 163.6 billion shillings in 2019 as the coronavirus pandemic hit one of the country's biggest foreign exchange earners. Kenya suspended international and domestic flights and banned social gatherings in March last year after reporting the first case of the COVID-19 disease, thus halting operations in the tourism sector. Suspension of international and domestic flights lasted 4 months to July, leading to a 1.15 million drop in the number of holiday makers, the biggest drop based on the purpose of tourist visits. And finally, to matters in relation to agriculture is that agriculture posted a 4.8% growth last year, its second best in 5 years on improved demand for produce, defying the disruptions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Data by the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, that is KNBS, indicates that the sector growth increased by 2.2 percentage points from 2.6% in 2019. Real gross value added of the sector grew by 4.8% in 2020 compared to a revised growth of 2.6% in 2019. This was mainly on account of favorable weather conditions in 2020, which improved production of food crops such as beans, rice, sorghum, and millet, and livestock, and also other related products such as milk and tea. According to KNBS, the output of some key food crops was lower than the projected production, partly due to underperformance of the short rains, as well as reduced demand from restaurants and learning institutions that remained closed for a significant part of 2020. Alright, that's all we had prepared for you on today's segment of Capital Desk. Remember, every Monday to Friday, We do this live here on Top TV at 4 p.m. So make sure every Monday to Friday you tune in and get to know where best you can invest your money. Have yourself a lovely weekend. My name is Abel Nicanor Omasite.